Okay, hello Year 10. Welcome to a little session on 811, which is exponentials, and I'm going to show you how to fill out this Google Doc that I've attached to the task. But before we do, I want to have a look at how these exponentials come about from an equation that looks like this. Y equals 2dx, could be y equals 3dx, whatever. Doesn't matter what number is here, the shape is going to be the same. So my first aim is to show you why they get the shape that they are. Now, just remember this little x here, they're going to be these values here. So I'm going to do one at a time just to show you using a calculator. So the first I'm going to do is the easiest one, which is 0. So I'm going to put on a calculator 2 to the power of 0. There we are. 2 and then power 0. So that's our x value, 0. And what do we get when we press equals? That's the y value, 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. Let's do that in red. When x is 0, y is 1. In other words, 2 to the power of 0 equals 1. Okay, let's do these other ones. 2 to the power of 1. 2 to the power of 1. 2. So when x is 1, according to this formula, when x is 1, y is 2. X is 1, y is 2. Actually, I better do the points as we go. So x is 0, y is 1. We'll do that in white. When x is 0, y is 1. X along here is 0, y is 1, so that's there. When x is 1, y is 2. When x is 1, y is 2, that's there. I'm going to do when x is 2. 2 squared should be 4. There we go. When x is 2, y is 4. When x is 2, y is 4. There we go. 3 so far. That should be when x is 2, y is 4. And then we'll do when x is 3. X is 3, y is 8. So that's 2 cubed is 8. That's the x value there, 3. When x is 3, y is 8. Now that's way up here somewhere. Let's go the way up here. I'll just put it there. That's as far as I can reach. We just let's get them going so far. Okay. Exponential so far. All right, next one. Better put that in. When x is 3, y is 8. Now we'll do these minus ones. When x is minus 1. Minus 1. I'll do the fraction. A half. When x is minus 1, y is a half. 2 to the minus 1 is a half. So in red, a half. And to make it quicker, that will be a quarter, and that will be 1/8. So where do they look on the graph here? X is minus 1, y is a half. This x is minus 1, y is only up to a half. When x is minus 2, y is a quarter. That's there. And when x is minus 3, y equals 1/8, which is about there. And so it goes. And just keep on going that way. There's y equals 2 to the x. Now that's where they come about. They all go through this point here, every single one of them. Because, we'll show you in a minute, but every single graph goes through this one. when they're exponential. And then they curve up, and then they, just like a plane landing, gradually goes like it's lower and lower. Okay, that's enough of that one. Now let's say have a look at this to see how you fill it out. This is what your Google Doc will look like for the first bit. So what I do is I type in y equals 2x down here, and the way to do it, insert equation, y equals 2, and then I do a shift and 6 together, shift and 6, x. There we are. And then I just use the arrows to get out of there. So I'll just do that again. Insert equation, y equals 2, then shift and 6, and then x. Then use the arrows to navigate out. And now the graph. So I'm going to use the Desmos graphing calculator. And I type the same thing. Y equals 2, shift and 6 to the power of x. And there's our graph. Same graph as what I did a minute ago. So we're just going to copy and paste that. I'll use the Shift, the Windows button, and S. Screen goes dark. I'll just highlight a bit. That will do. There we are. That's enough. And then I go to the Google Doc. Where are we? There we are. And Control V. That's very big, so I'll just reduce the size of it. Let's have a look how that's looking. Yeah, you could go a bit lower, less. There we go. That's y equals 2 to the x. Next one is y equals 3 to the x. So I'll just insert equation, type y equals 3, and then shift and 6 to the x. Arrow keys to get out of there. Go back to Desmos. Get rid of that one. Y equals 3. Shift and 6. The power of x. There we are. Looks very similar. This one's a little bit steeper. It still goes through there because anything, when x is 0, anything is at 1. Could be 2, 3 or 4. I'll just show you that. So let's go 3 to the power of 0, 1. What about 10 to the power of 0, 1. 100 to the power of 0. It's always going to be 1. So that's why all these graphs go through that exact same point. So now I've got this one, we'll just press Shift, the Windows button, and S at the same time. Do a bit of a highlight. And now we can go back here and go back here. There it is. And paste that one in. Make it smaller probably. And there's smaller. Let's go on to the next page. I might just shift that down. Go back. There we are. Y equals 3 to the x. So that's what you do for that one, this exercise. So there you go.